Like a lot of people, our travel plans were changed last year with everything that was going on. We were able to make it work and were able to check out a lot of places within the United States that we always wanted to, but we were bummed that we couldn't make it to Europe. We had an amazing trip planned with making stops to Ireland, Scotland, London, Switzerland, Budapest, just to name a few. We were able to get a travel credit when that trip was inevitably canceled, so now we're gonna try again to see if we can get in. We need to change our plans a little bit because some of those countries are currently not open, or they still require you to quarantine, which we don't really have that extra time to make that work. We have mapped out a new route, and I'm excited to share with you the adventures we go on. And what's really weird is that at the time that I'm actually posting this video, we will have just gotten back from our little over 3 weeks there. We are both fully vaccinated, but a lot of countries still require you to prove a negative test, and honestly, there's been a lot of confusion on whether that is still a requirement. We have a layover in Amsterdam, and originally we needed a negative test to get in to even have the layover, but we got an email a couple days ago that said that we don't need that, but we want to take one just in case. So step number 1, get a COVID test.
Back there, you're going to rotate it twice and hold it. It is going to be uncomfortable, and you're going to leave it there for 15 seconds. I will count the 15 seconds for you. So go ahead and hold it. Perfect. Go ahead and
Step number 2, get a haircut. Step number 3, shave the beard. This was not what I had in mind. Let's try something else. This is much better. So step number 4 will be to make sure that you have all the required documents that you need. We found it most reliable to be able to look off of the CDC website, or with some of them you'll need like a health indicator form. We made sure to fill all those out, but to make sure that we printed off a copy. Now it's time to make sure that we bring everything we need.
Alrighty, time to hop in, Harper. Come here. Hop on in.
I usually try to bring enough clothes to do laundry every 10 days or so, and I know that that sounds kind of crazy, but when you're going on these long trips, I don't want to spend time within a laundromat trying to do my laundry. That just makes no sense to me.
Now comes the part where I put all of this into that. It's currently 7:30 a.m. where I'm at. We will be landing 4 p.m. the next day, so that would be roughly about like right now.
Bye.
We needed to get our boarding passes at the gate because of the fact that we were going on an international flight later on. The rest of the process was pretty standard.
To the gate, we're about an hour early. We were able to get our seat assigned. We were able to check in. We will need to check in at our next stop. How's it going?
Doing good. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Right for the first half, maybe some bumps heading into Los Angeles.
The flight was an hour long, and we did get an upgrade to Economy Plus, so lots of leg room.
Stay seated with your seatbelt fastened and your carry-on items stowed.
We made it to Los Angeles. We have 2 hours until our next flight, but there's no gate assignment, so we're gonna try to figure that out. We ended up taking the shuttle, which took us over to a newer terminal. We were able to locate the flight without fail. We always get the longest trip to change gates. So they just took it in the back. I'm not sure why. We had booked our ticket separately, so apparently, and they took her back to make sure that she was traveling on her own free will. But I guess as a guy, they have no issue with that.
Right over there. 1 second. Go ahead right over here, please. Thank you.
Oh, we're going to Europe. Yeah.
Nowhere to go. You got an 8.
Hello. We then had a long flight to Amsterdam using KLM, which was okay.
Welcome to Amsterdam. Please remain seated.
Well, thank you. Well, we made it to Amsterdam safe and sound. We're now trying to catch our next flight, and as I told you earlier, it's always the long walks. We had through the terminal, and now we have another 9-minute walk.
Yeah, I was just saying, we just got off of our other flight. Do we need to show you guys like our e-visa to get to Turkey or vaccine? None? Okay.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
We went to the gate and we tried to show them our papers, and they didn't require anything, so we'll see what happens when we try to check in to Istanbul. We're on our way. Well, thank you, thank you. Well, we made it, and now we just need to walk through or try to get through customs and then get the transfer to the Airbnb and check in. So we made it through customs and then check anything, check our vaccines, for health indicator record form. So that was pretty easy. We did need to prove the fact that we had the vaccine in Los Angeles, but that was the only time. There are two large airports in Istanbul, and both are about 30 minutes away. We made it to our Airbnb. We were able to get a little bit of an upgrade, which is awesome. But the email, and they wanted to give us a room which had a balcony and also like a view. We did schedule a transfer with our Airbnb, but they weren't waiting there, or we didn't see them, but they said they were there. So when we checked in, that was kind of an awkward experience, but able to make it. And I'm pretty sure with taking the taxi, it was like $10 cheaper actually, and then using their transfer. And then from here, because it is currently 6 p.m., we've not slept in over 24 hours really, for more than 20-30 minutes. We're probably gonna grab some food, then go to bed. Good morning from Istanbul. Last night we just went to a restaurant which was near our Airbnb, and the food was good and it was cheaper than what you would expect from getting in the US. This was an easy transition to eventually trying more of the local food. We're making 2 separate stops when coming to Istanbul. We have a full day here, and then we'll be stopping around to other cities within Europe, and then we'll be coming back before we exit. With the jet lag and the time difference, we went to bed around 10 p.m., but I woke up at 3 in the morning. Should be another long day. One of the big things when coming to Istanbul is to get the Turkish coffee, so that will be a stop for sure. In the streets trying to find some kind of breakfast. I would be okay with which I'm not how to pronounce it, which is not a huge surprise, but a Simit, which is S-I-M-I-T. It's kind of like a bagel, but from the Ottoman Empire. We're gonna try to find some coffee and then do some stuff. Things in the state look like they get started a little bit later, because as we walk around, it is 8:30 in the morning, and there's only a couple of shops that are open, and they're still setting up at this point.
We just get one.
I'm going in with the first attempt. And I don't think that we got what I was hoping for, because this is what it looks like. And then I'll show you a picture of what I was trying to get. What we got is pretty good. It almost hits like a bagel croissant, which is not a bad option to have. Made it to the Grand Bazaar, which has over 60 streets with a bunch of stalls, and they claim that this is one of the first shopping malls. And there's a lot going on, and you have your light stores and your jewelry stores, you will have people that will come up to try to talk to you.
Yedi şu an Amerika.
Okay.
And they will try to take you to their shop. Like, we met one guy, took us to his rug store.
I like these ones.
On the Grand Bazaar, and it's kind of no joke, you have a lot of people that are coming at you. You do have a lot of similar shops, so people will be having rugs and they'll have jewelry. We made it through the Mezir Casa Sissi. I know I said that wrong, but this is how you spell it, which is a spice market. Let's say longer, but I'm kind of tired, so we need to find that coffee. And then I'm also kind of hungry, so we need to get on those things too. The whole area is really cool. I mean, there's a lot of shops. We made it to Coffeetopia, which we came all the way to Turkey to get some Turkish coffee, but looks like we're in like a US cool guy coffee shop, so this seems right up our alley. We have a latte and we have like Turkish coffee. So here's our first sip of the real Turkish coffee, I guess. It's hot on my thumb.
Yeah, it's hot
That is interesting.
Like in a good way?
Like it almost has like a chalky. Like it seems like there's grounds in there, but from other videos I've seen, like that would be the thing where like you turn upside down and then you look and that's like your future or something. I'm not quite sure. To the bottom of my coffee, and I realized why it tastes like there's grounds in there. It's because there actually is, so that makes a lot of sense. Until you're fortunate, looks like you take the cup and you tip it over. But I don't really want to do that because that is just going to cause a mess, and I don't want to have these people clean up my own mess. And even if I were to tip it over, I'm not going to know what it says anyway. So we'll maybe try again, or we can try to find a person that knows what they're doing at some point. But right now, we're going to pass. We spent the rest of the day exploring around Istanbul. We stopped for breakfast, which was some fried eggs with some toast, with 2 bottles of water, and the grand total was like $2.50. That's not bad. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a better idea of what it's like trying to get to Europe in 2021. And if you want to see more travel destinations or to see what's like coming to Istanbul, then please subscribe. And if you want to check out more travel videos, then you can check out my channel page. But I'll see you guys next time.